let's talk about Resurgence in Warzone. When it first launched, it felt like a breath of fresh air. Fast respawns, smaller maps, and non-stop action. It was the perfect answer for players who didn't want to camp or spend 15 minutes looting only to die in 5 seconds. It was intense, chaotic, and fun. But now, something's changed. In its current state, Resurgence has lost some of that magic. The pacing feels off. The flow of combat isn't as smooth. And instead of rewarding aggressive, smart plays, the mode often punishes players with messy spawns, awkward zones, and random third parties. So what happened? First off, the spawn logic. It's inconsistent. Too many times you respawn right next to enemies. Or your teammates are spread across the map when you drop back in. It doesn't feel tactical, it feels random. Respawning should give players a fighting chance, not throw them straight into a meat grinder. Then there's the loot economy. Early game loot feels decent, but mid to late game is a mess. By the time circles start closing, everyone's scrambling for cash, especially with loadout prices being too high. And when you do finally get your loadout, there's often a team waiting to farm the drop. Speaking of loadouts, the current buy station system is another problem. Limited stock on essentials like UAVs, armor plates, and loadout markers makes the mode feel more punishing than rewarding. If you survive long enough to buy back teammates or grab your gear, you shouldn't have to fight RNG on top of it. And then we've got the map design. While Rebirth and Fortune's Keeps worked due to their verticality and clear lines of sight, some of the newer maps feel cluttered. There are too many buildings, blind corners, and awkward choke points. It slows down the game and makes engagements feel more like guesswork than skill. Let's not forget movement. With changes to slide cancelling and general mobility, aggressive players are being held back. Resurgence should reward smart movement and confidence, but right now it often favors passive positioning and rooftop campers. Overall, the core identity of Resurgence, fast action, constant fights, rewarding skill, is being chipped away. It's still fun in short bursts, but the issues start piling up fast. Respawn timings, spawn placement, cluttered map design, inconsistent loot, and limited buy stations are all small things. But together, they drag the mode down. But it's not all doom and gloom. The foundation is still strong, and with the right adjustments, Resurgence could absolutely dominate again. Now that we've covered what's wrong with Resurgence, let's talk about how to fix it. Because despite its issues, the potential is still there. The core idea of fast respawns, tight combat zones, and non-stop momentum is powerful. It just needs smarter design choices to bring it back to life. First, let's address the spawn logic. Respawning should never feel like a punishment. Bring in a smarter system that prioritizes spawning players near teammates or at safe zones, especially mid to late game. Don't drop players on rooftops, surrounded by enemies or into open fields with zero cover. A safe tactical respawn gives players a chance to re-engage instead of instantly dying again. Next up, buy stations. Increase their number, rotate them more often, and remove the limited stock mechanic, at least for core items like UAVs, armor plates, and loadout markers. Nothing kills momentum faster than surviving a clutch. Fight only to find you can't buy anything meaningful. Resurgence should reward survival, not punish it with RNG. Let's talk loadouts. Either reduce the price slightly or add mid-game. Events that give every squad access to a single loadout drop. Players stay more engaged when they're using their own weapons, and it boosts the pace of fights. It's a win-win. Now onto the loot economy. Boost cash drops across the board, especially from contracts. Encourage teams to chase objectives by making them more rewarding. Scavengers, recons, and bounties should feel like smart plays, not chores. This change alone could massively improve the match-to-match flow. As for the maps, clarity is king. Reduce visual clutter. Simplify building interiors. Open up line of sight in key areas. Give players more natural paths to rotate without running into 3 teams, stacked in corners. A good Resurgence map rewards movement and awareness, not who camps the longest. And while we're at it, bring back a more fluid movement system. Resurgence was at its best when skilled players could outmaneuver others with speed, positioning, and clean mechanics. Dial back the movement nerfs, or at least find a middle ground that doesn't make everything feel sluggish. Momentum and confidence should matter in this mode. Finally, introduce some mid-game events to shake things up. Maybe a free UAV ping, or temporary double cash rewards. These little boosts create moments of opportunity that shift the match without breaking it. They give squads who are down a fighting chance to come back. Resurgence doesn't need a full overhaul. It just needs refinement. With better spawn logic, consistent buy stations, improved loot flow, smarter map design, and a return to rewarding skill-based movement, this mode could be elite again. It's still one of the most fun ways to play Warzone when it's firing on all cylinders. The question is, will the devs listen?